Am I the a-hole for saying my mother-in-law acts like she's in a relationship with my husband? I 26F, my husband 32M is a complete mama's boy. He'll call his mother for hours and talk to her and spend time with her more than he does with me. I recently hit my 6-month mark in my pregnancy and asked my husband to help me get ready with all sorts of things for the baby. He said that
it would interfere with time spent with my mom.
And I replied with,
"Yeah, it might, but I need you more right now, and would you do it some other time?"
He gave me an offended look and said,
You know my mom comes before you.
I was kind of shocked, but I explained to him that we just needed to get ready with a few things here and there and that I wouldn't need more help later in the week. He just ignored me and went to his mom's house. After a while, my mother-in-law called me and said,
Ha! I won!
in a snarky voice, and I just bite my tongue and said,
"Maybe I'll win next time."
and she hanged up. I could hear my husband laughing in the background, and that just angered me for a while. And I was walking around lifting my fold up upstairs. It hurt like hell, but I got it done. I decided to paint the nursery walls another day. Our anniversary rolls around the corner a couple weeks later, and I woke up and got my husband's gift ready that day and cooked his favorite meal. He came back from work and I was upstairs in the bathroom and he left. I got all eager and happy that he was bringing some sort of surprise and waited in the living room. 30 minutes go by and I call him saying, "Where are you?" He replies with,
Oh, I'm at my mom's house.
I don't appreciate what I said about this, so don't go to hard in the comments.
She might as well be having your kid. You clearly seem like you're with her.
I hung up the phone. It was probably in speakerphone because minutes later I get a bunch of texts from them saying that I shouldn't be jealous, I should respect my mother-in-law, and that I should maybe find something to do instead of being a bitter a-hole. Am I the a-hole for pointing it out? Update. I read through the comments. Oh boy. My husband and I have been together for 5 years and we're married for a half years. I never really noticed things like this because of me being the blind person I am to these kind of things. I think it all started when we got married, because as soon as we did, she lived with us for about a month before leaving my all-grown son. I think my mother-in-law is competing with me, and I might even have to give my husband the ultimatum, because after reading these comments, things could only get worse from here. I've talked to my husband after I posted this, didn't tell him about the post, and asked why he visits his mom so often. His only response was that she was an important person in his life and he's grateful to her. Bull. I've now only realized that my husband has been acting as if he's married to his mom. I'm seriously considering getting a divorce because of what I've been reading. My mother-in-law has no intentions of changing her behavior. Thank you all for your inputs. I'm gonna have a long discussion with my mother-in-law and my husband. Final update. I talked to him again and I said that I felt like he treated his mom more than a wife that he did for me. I told him that he either had to stop that or I wouldn't be in this marriage with him anymore. He started to cry and said that he would change. Part of me felt bad that he would cry in front of me like that, but also that was good. I'm 6 months pregnant for f***'s sake, and I need him in me and my baby's life. And as for my mother-in-law, she completely denied taking away her son's attention from me even though she's been the one to initiate every time he goes to her house. I've spoken to her about what she's been doing and that I don't appreciate her taking my husband away when I need him in my life during the pregnancy. She just laughed and said you won't win that easily. I told her there is no winning or losing. I said that if I had to compete with her for my husband's presence and attention, I wouldn't be calling her my mother-in-law and that my baby wouldn't be around her for those reasons as well. She just hung up and I'm waiting for her response. My husband started painting the nursery and is going to take some time off work because of this. Thank you all for your wonderful support.
Here is my 2 cents. Not the a-hole. OP need to put her foot down and give an ultimatum with her husband. No way someone would abandon their pregnant wife just to hang out with their mom. And to say, you know my mom comes before you. He is a married man, not a child. It's just a wrong way of thinking. He needs to prioritize his new family, especially that her wife is pregnant with their child. I mean, it's good that he loves his mom, but there are more important things he needs to do now that he is married. Now to his mom, she gotta be kidding, right? Why is she acting like a jealous mistress? Her son is a grown man and she needs to let him go and be the man on his freaking house. When she said, I win, that was weird. She doesn't need to compete with the wife as she is always be his mom and will always have a place in his heart, and she needs to stop cuddling her son like a child. The fact that they are almost like ganging up on OP is pretty crazy to think of. And for the update, at least he's shown some remorse on what he was doing to his wife, but all three of them need to have a long discussion about their family dynamics as the mom might be more problematic and she has not shown that she would back down from seeking attention from his son. Well, she would lose her grandchild privilege if she keeps doing this crap. That's all for me.